Yeah. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Dark Side Podcast, the Dirty 30 episode. I'm David Viana.
I'm Matt Elias.
And why it's called Dirty 30 is just because it's the 30th episode.
Plus, it's dirty.
Yeah.
It's going to be dirty.
Yeah, I didn't shower today, so it's dirty.
Yeah, me either.
No, I did, really. I just wanted to say that for camera reasons.
Fuck.
But
Bamboozled.
Gotcha!
Damn it.
But, yeah.
All right. Dave, tell us what we're going to talk about this week.
Well, we got some shady police work. Mm-hmm. We got some shady Catholics. Mm-hmm. And we got a half-retarded prime minister of the United Kingdom.
The proportions there
is that politically incorrect?
It is, but whatever. I don't think.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start there.
With the retard?
United Kingdom has elected a new prime minister.
Yeah.
Boris Johnson.
He looks like Harry from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. He's like a thrift store Donald Trump, basically.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
I'd say that's a step up, in all honesty. A thrift store Donald Trump, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He's an idiot. There's just no better way to say it.
I don't know. In all honesty, I don't know too much about the guy.
Yeah, I know.
Just by the pictures I saw of him, I'm like, oh, yeah, you guys fucked up.
Right. From the pictures, he looks like a dollar store Trump.
Yeah, he looks like an imbecile.
Yeah. But
like,
he also happens to be an imbecile.
Well, no, yeah, I could tell. Like, you don't have to tell. Like, I can just tell.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So basically, what he's going to do is most likely drive Britain into a no-deal Brexit, and calamity will ensue. And
I like clams.
I don't know. F in the chat. What are you going to do?
I get
Rip.
Deleted. That sucks, though.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel bad for them because like they have a worse looking leader than we do now.
Nah, he's a little younger looking. I mean, his hair is fucking crazy looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no, he literally like. I don't want to keep sounding harsh or mean, but he looks dumb. Like I just like I wouldn't trust this dude with
he does
anything
look dumb
in my
and
life.
He also is dumb. I mean, in all seriousness. But, yeah, but we unfortunately we've got our own sinking ship to worry about right now. So
yeah,
good luck, fellas.
Yeah, we'll throw you a raft if we can. But
we can.
We're having trouble getting rafts of our own.
Yeah. So yeah, I was really hoping that pretty much anybody else was going to come. I don't follow that too closely, but I did check. There were some other candidates. There was really no good choice. It was going to suck.
It was going to be a shit show
so
either way.
They just picked the big yellow guy.
You sound like it's a race of Teletubbies or something.
Yeah, it pretty much is, right?
Yeah.
But as informed as most people are.
But we're in a very informed time of our life, Matt. What are you talking about?
People pick. I think they cast their vote with like the same level of knowledge that a kid would pick his favorite Teletubby with, or less.
Yeah,
because the kids actually watch the show to know what the Teletubbies do. Yeah. So, but anyway, that sucks. That's definitely not going to turn out well.
Yeah, I guess F in the chat. I guess we'll see how it goes. We have another shit show to work with now. Like we can.
Yeah, it's good for us. We may have more shit to talk about. So.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. In all honesty, but I mean, it's the UK. Like, who gives it? We don't have to deal with it, but they don't got to deal with the things we got to deal with. So
no, but see there, the whole Brexit vote that happened a few months before, like 6 months before the election.
Yeah,
in 2016. Mm-hmm. It was like a at least I think it was 16 and not 15. I'm pretty sure it was in the summer of 16. So like 6 months before our election. It was kind of a bad sign letting us know that things were about to go south because nobody thought Trump was going to win that election, right?
No one did.
I was shocked.
I was baffled watching that.
That was the last time I was shocked, though. I'll tell you that. I was like, okay, I see what we're doing here.
I see what's going on.
That's where the dark side was born.
Yeah.
Everything's darkness. I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
nothing light.
6 months before that, or give or take 5 months or whatever, Britain they have this referendum about whether or not to leave the European Union, which is just objectively a bad move for them. It's going to hurt them economically.
Why though?
Because it just cripples their trade, and it's not good.
Okay.
And basically I can't speak intelligently about it really, but I do know that economically it's a bad move.
Okay.
They're already suffering problems from just leave. They haven't even done it yet. And essentially like the same sort of stuff that happened with our election with the social media, the troll bots and all that coming from Russia, they did it there. And that referendum, they were pushing for that to happen, to weaken and destabilize, right? It's kind of it's their MO. And it worked.
Yeah.
And that when we saw that happen, it was kind of shocking. It's like you have a largely white Western democracy of a country voting to shoot itself in the foot.
What could go wrong?
And it happened there, and then nobody thought, we wouldn't do this. And then, there were a few people who said, there was one guy on Bill Maher's show who was like, Donald Trump could win this. And Bill Maher too, actually, to his credit, up to the end, was because everybody else was like already celebrating, like, he's a clown. He's not gonna win. Bill Maher was one of those guys that was like, no, like, don't sleep on this because he could win.
Right.
And he did.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Didn't like Michael Moore even go on his show and like said a lot about that?
Their last show. So those shows, like Bill Maher and John Oliver's show.
Yeah.
Which actually, John Oliver's show, his show's awesome, by the way. But
I like John Oliver.
Yeah, he's very likable, and he played Zazu in Lion King, the new Lion King. Which I saw, by the way. And I will.
Are you kidding me?
I know. I'll tell you about it.
What are you doing? You're giving money to the people that we bitch about a lot.
I'll tell you all about that. But John Oliver's show is where I learned about this Boris guy. And yeah, he's a buffoon.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. I'm more interested now why you went to the Lion King than anything.
Okay, well, let's finish this topic first.
Okay.
We're pretty much done with that. Yeah. The Brexit thing happened. Some people looked at that and said, what's going on here? I don't know about this. And then the next big, largely white democracy, Western country voted to shoot itself in the foot.
Yeah.
So and then now we're doing it again. They did it again. Voted for a complete jackass.
Oops, we did it again.
Yeah. Oops, we did it again. So yeah. Woohoo.
Yay.
Keep America great. 2024.
MAGA. All right, so on to the Lion King. Don't try to like tiptoe around
I'm
this.
not gonna. All right, the Lion King. So, my wife wanted to see it. Not really. Like she didn't have like this overwhelming desire to see it, but we had to go out and hang out with her brother.
Okay.
And his girl. So we saw the Lion King. But here's the thing: we saw it at this single screen, like privately owned theater in Dormont, and the tickets were like $7. So I only gave $7 to the monster.
You still gave $7 to the monster.
I gave $7 to the monster, but honestly, it's hard not to. They fucking own everything.
Was it good?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so here
you son of a bitch.
I'll give you my take on the Lion King movie. I thought a lot about this. I knew I was gonna have to explain myself.
You tried to keep this hidden. This just popped out of your head.
I honestly
accidentally.
just forgot about it. I did not try to hide it. I was going to talk about it. I even put together my take on it because I knew I was going to have to answer the dark side.
Yeah, you got to defend yourself here.
Okay. So visually, it's fucking amazing, which you can see from the trailers. But we're getting to the point now where like the CGI, you almost can't tell.
Yeah.
That it's not real, especially if it's not human faces. Human faces, you can always kind of tell. Although we're getting close to not being able to tell on that as well. But it looks incredible. It looks like you're watching the National Geographic channel and they're talking. However,
that does not sound entertaining to me.
Well, here's the thing. Also, on the other hand, you have the voice acting and stuff, which was great, of course. Disney's not going to hire any losers.
Right.
And everything was awesome. Great acting in it. They got James Earl Jones again to be Mufasa. Donald Glover is adult Simba.
Yeah.
Beyonce plays adult Nala.
Right.
The girlfriend.
I know Seth Rogen plays Pumbaa.
Yeah. Okay.
I forget who plays Timon.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But so, and he was good. Whoever it was good. It was But here's the thing. They aren't like cartoon animals. Like, they look, like I said, they look like real fucking lions. And Pumbaa, the warthog, for example.
Yeah.
He's fucking hideous. Like, he looks like an actual warthog.
Right. The warthogs don't look good.
No. He's got these little beady eyes.
Yeah.
It's like gross hair. It's like one of those realistic pictures of SpongeBob or whatever in a meme. That's what it reminded me of. You know what I'm saying? How like Patrick as a real person.
No,
it's like that. And the lions and stuff look so real that they all look the fucking same and you can't tell them apart because lions are like that. I mean, it's subtle and you can kind of tell, but they all look the same. You can barely tell who's talking because it's just like, it's real. And the thing is, like, and there's like fight scenes and shit and they look really cool, like if you were just watching it.
Yeah.
But to me, it was like what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing and what the story is doing just don't match at all. Like, it was like I was watching one movie and listening to
a whole other.
I was listening to The Lion King, which The Lion King's great. It's based on Hamlet, by the way.
Right.
For those you don't know, which is a cool story, and it is fucking brutal and dark.
Yeah,
like
there's
straight up a murder like 20 minutes into that.
No,
movie.
there is. Yeah.
And
is it more sad when they're realistic when that murder scene happens?
Because the lions aren't. Here's the thing, like, they look real. And like I said, it's impressive. Yeah. But their faces aren't expressive, really. They just look like fucking lions. So it's like, it just looks like I'm listening to something and watching like I don't know. It was strange. Okay. I did enjoy it. It was pretty cool. But like, if I was going to watch The Lion King, I would just watch the old one straight up. Because like because of the way that they tell that story, you know, you got voice actors doing lines, you got visual stuff happening, and you got songs. Like,
can't wait to be king.
Yeah, as a cartoon, it just serves it better because their faces can actually express what's happening. And yeah, it was pretty dark. There's a lot of dark scenes and stuff. And here, one more thing that I really... Now that right there isn't necessarily a negative. That's just kind of that's what they chose to do. Okay, right? Yeah. I did not like... Mostly it was cast really well. But I did not like the voice actor that they got for Scar.
Oh, really?
Yes. He was a good voice actor and a good singer. He did a good performance. But he did not sound like sinister at all. He just sounded like...
Do you know who it is?
No, I don't. But he just sounded like some guy. And it's not his fault. It could be just how he was directed. It could just be that's what they wanted. Maybe they wanted to tone down... Because you remember Scar's old voice from the cartoon. I think you could never forget it.
Oh, that's okay.
Who is it? What's his name?
Chiwetel. Oh God, Ejiofor. I know the dude. I don't know how to say his name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a great actor. He was from 12 Years a Slave. Yeah, great actor, and I'm sure he's capable of doing a sinister voice. But maybe it's just the way he was directed. Maybe that's not what they wanted. Right. But I didn't dig it because he didn't sound intimidating in the least. Okay.
And Scar's voice in the cartoon was very intimidating. It was brutal.
On. It was awesome, you know. And some of those, like, a lot of it they did shot for shot, and there were certain things that were just a little different. Okay. And some of the banter between Timon and Pumbaa.
That's what I wanted.
Was a little different.
Was the script kind of exactly the same, like the lines and stuff?
For the most part, the lines are exactly the same with like little differences here and there.
That's so weird. That's kind of weird. I don't know.
Even like they took great pains to make the opening scene like shot for shot. From what I could remember. Now I haven't watched The Lion King.
I expected them to do that because the opening scene of The Lion King is really good.
Yeah, and it was cool. It looked awesome, you know. But but it just looks straight up. It looks so real that it's almost like boring. Okay, you know. So that's kind of my take on it.
See, the one thing
was good. It was the fucking Lion King, you know.
Out of all of that, the one thing that I disagree with you with is when you said Disney doesn't hire shitheads to do their voices or people that suck, because Tim Allen is the voice of Woody. No, that's Tom Hanks, Buzz Lightyear. And Tim Allen is a fucking shithead. He's the definition of a shithead.
But I mean, he's good. Like, he does a good job at the character. So, yeah. What's wrong with Tim Allen? What'd he do? I know he got caught like with a bunch of coke and stuff back in the day or whatever, but who cares about that?
Yeah, well, I mean, for one, he snitched on a bunch of people, so
Christ, okay.
That's not too
Gangster Dave.
Well, no, I mean, like in all honesty, like he got caught with a lot and ratted everyone out to save his own. Like he like didn't have any hesitation. I think he probably just gave him the list of names as soon as he got pulled over. But he's like also like
okay, yeah. But I mean, think about it though. Would you expect any less of someone like Tim Allen? Does he seem like
he's
a guy?
Shithead. He seems like a complete fucking shithead.
He's, you know,
even in that new show, he has Last Man Standing.
I haven't seen.
Oh god, it's so bad. It's It's like it's like a conservative show basically.
Really?
Yeah, and everyone like it got canceled at one point, and then they brought it back, and then a lot of people want to say like oh, it got canceled because
it's
like,
conservative.
People were like sensitive and
probably
like,
got canceled because no one was fucking watching it.
That's exactly why it got canceled.
Right.
Everyone just went with the narrative that like, oh, it was conservative and got canceled. No, the show just fucking sucks. It's god awful. Like I've watched an episode or two. But
that's not like remember the thing that happened with the new Roseanne? She came back. The show was like doing well. It had good ratings.
Yeah,
and it got canceled.
Yeah,
and then people, the shit post articles were like, "Oh, they canceled it because it's conservative."
No, yeah, they didn't cancel it at all because
they canceled it because she said like racist shit on Twitter.
She said,
and they couldn't defend it, so they had to get rid of the show.
Well, no, she defended. She said she was on Ambien.
I mean, the network couldn't defend it, so they canceled the show. Her defense was, "I was on Ambien." But
they didn't cancel it. They cut her out of it.
Is that part of the side effects for Ambien?
That you do shit that you don't remember?
Might tweet racist.
You do. So apparently you do stuff that you don't remember. It's one of those things. But I mean, that's on a lot. You can do that on, I mean, like, fuck, the horror stories you hear people doing on Xanax, like, shit.
I know, but, like, yeah, I don't know. If you took Ambien, are you
I'm not defending her. That was the excuse that she gave. I'm not defending her by any means because I don't like Roseanne at all. I think she's a piece of shit. I've always thought that about Roseanne.
Yeah.
I don't like Roseanne.
I think she's funny. I mean,
I don't like her comedy that much. Yeah. I didn't like the original Roseanne. I don't like her stand-up that much. It's just like...
Yeah. I don't know about her stand-up, but I did like the old show.
She did... that's how she got started. Like...
The show? Or stand-up?
No, stand-up. That's how, that's how a lot of them get started. Then she went on to sitcom level shit. So, I mean, she didn't really do stand-up a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, anyway, whatever. Roseanne. Yeah, so, Tim Allen... What? I'm trying to, like, go backwards through what we just did. What the fuck? What were we even talking about?
It went from The Lion King to me talking shit on Tim Allen to then...
Yeah. Roseanne.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we opened up a few holes there.
Yeah, so anyway, Lion King, I don't know, pretty good, but with all of the asterisks that I just brought up.
Yeah, there was a lot there.
There was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like
the songs were shorter.
Really?
They shortened them, which I like because I hate musicals. I don't want to sit through 20 minutes of a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's a kid's show.
Did you ever see Grease 2?
No.
Good God. Grease 1 I could tolerate. Like, I like Grease 1, like the first Grease.
I mean, it's a musical.
Yeah,
There's a lot of singing in that.
Yeah. But Grease 2 is also a musical. The songs are twice as long.
Oh, really?
The opening song is like 7 minutes long. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on this whole time?
Yeah, I can't do it, dude. I don't like musicals.
I don't really either. Like, there's a hand. Like, I mean, there's a few that like I'll give props to. Like I said, I don't mind Grease. The South Park movie is technically a musical.
Yeah,
I don't mind
we
that.
talked about that. Yeah. Although we did talk about our hatred for musicals a little bit on our Darc film participation trophy episode from a few weeks ago. So check that out if you haven't seen that. We give trophies to all the best movies of all time.
Con Air won. Spoiler alert.
Con Air got one. So.
I watched Con Air a couple weeks ago.
Did you?
It's such a good movie. Like, I love it.
I mean, it's definitely entertaining. I'm not going to turn it off if it's on.
Hell no.
No, you don't turn that one off.
No.
I watched. What we saw a movie, First Man. I watched that this past week.
What's that?
It had Ryan Gosling playing Neil Armstrong landing on the moon. From like last year. It won an Oscar for best visual effects.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's pretty cool.
As a movie, I give it 7 out of 10. But visually effects, or from a visual standpoint, it's like 10 out of 10.
See, that's how I am with Midsommar. That movie that's out right now. Okay. The dude who made Hereditary.
Right,
that's how I am with that.
What, it was visually good?
The visuals on it are crazy because they do like psychedelics in the movie, and the visuals that they use for that, they actually like mimic it pretty well.
Really?
And shit, they did a pretty decent job.
I'll have to watch that then. That's cool.
Yeah, it's distracting at some points. In all honesty,
are we ever gonna do Dark Side Dave DMT? On
I need to prepare for that for a little bit.
Yeah, but like have you do like so? How long does if we were to do this? How long does a DMT like trip last?
Like 15 minutes.
That's it?
Yeah, but it feels like 2 hours to the person who does it. Yeah.
So you do 15, you do the DMT, you're fucking blast off for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then but how are you after the 15 minutes? Can you talk?
Yeah, you can talk. You gotta you talk. Like when you first come back, like you're kind of thrown a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, cause like you went from like to a whole other galaxy and world to back in normal time and everything. So it takes it would take me probably like 10 minutes or so to adjust before like I want to actually talk about what just happened.
I mean, that's fine. But
yeah.
But if so it's feasible for you to do the trip and then collect yourself and then do a show. And I'm sure it would be hard, but
I'd have to do it once before.
Have you done it before?
I haven't done it before,
dude.
But
It's got to be the first time. It's got to be the first time, dude. Put yourself on the line for science. Let's do this.
I guess, yeah.
So, and we could do it like, I could bring the shit to you, like do it at your own place.
Yeah, that might be a little bit better.
We could do the show from your house.
Yeah.
Like I'll show up after. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be.
No, yeah.
I just want to have you telling everyone about what it was like.
Right
after while it's fresh, so you can still remember everything, and that would be cool as fuck.
We could do that. In all honesty, would be cool. Yeah.
You can't get in trouble for that, right? Is that illegal? Is DMT illegal?
Yeah, it's illegal.
Okay, I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but you can't. It's not illegal to be high. It's just illegal to have drugs.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, it's all good.
Let's not incriminate ourselves.
We should do that. Yeah, that's one thing we don't do on the dark side is incriminate ourselves right there. Yeah, so we could do that. That would be a good special for us.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I just got to prepare a little bit to get ready for this. You know what, though? Because, I mean,
honestly, we could set up and film it. We could film the trip.
Yeah, we could. I mean, it's not going to be anything spectacular. It's literally just going to be me.
Well, if it's you staring into space, then we'll have that.
I'm going to be, it's like I'm going to be asleep, basically, dude.
Oh, really?
Like, I'm literally just going to be like,
so you're just
completely on the couch, just like knocked out.
You're completely inside your own mind.
Yeah. You're not even in your body. You're like outside.
Your eyes are closed and you're just not even moving?
Yeah. Because if you do research on it, like listen to certain people's DMT trips and like what they see and everything, like there's literally, if you break through, because you can smoke DMT and not break through, meaning like you don't break through to the next dimension, which a lot of people call it basically. Like it's kind of like just like you would get like a mild psychedelic like visuals and stuff basically. But if you smoke enough to like break through, it's like people have said like they see them leaving their body, like they're floating above like their body, and they see like they meet these entities, and like you choose to go with these entities basically, and then you go with them and you see just like a whole other fucking galaxy and stuff.
Yeah, okay, it sounds pretty cool. So you're not going to be like prancing around the house in your underwear?
No, you don't.
Like,
It's not like a normal psychedelic where you're like, oh, like you're aware of what's going on.
Do you smoke it?
Like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Obviously, like, I can't be around it when you're smoking it,
right?
And I obviously cannot participate,
right?
Because I understand that there's perfectly valid growth that can be had by people with psychedelics, you know, opening your mind, whatever, getting a new perspective. However, for someone like me with a history of scorching heroin addiction, pretty much that's off the table for me.
What are your views on ayahuasca?
My views on it?
Yeah.
I think a lot of rich white douchebags go and do it.
But honest, and I understand that part because I hate that part about it too. People who don't really need it go out and do it for no reason. But what do you think, like, with that and addiction, with like,
you can't cure drug addiction with drugs. I mean, I've known people that have gone and done that.
Yeah, but have you heard of like a lot of the cases to where like it was like kind of a last resort for like certain addicts?
Yeah,
and, like,
I've heard the fucking like the hype about that. But like I've known people who have tried that kind of a thing to cure.
Like they legit did ayahuasca.
They've done ayahuasca. People did like, you know, went on these like I heard of a guy. We were just talking about a guy last night. Now, I don't personally know the one who this story is about, but so I heard this secondhand. But a friend of mine knows a guy who actually, so he's like a ex like heroin addict, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And instead of like, you know, staying sober and, you know, trying to do recovery, he decided to go become an ayahuasca shaman.
Oh, he's a shaman?
Like or he's like not a shaman, but like a guru. Like he like takes other people to go and do it.
No, that's the shaman. Yeah.
Okay.
If he administers it and everything.
Yeah, he administers. But anyway, so he actually went on like a trip to India. Okay, and ended up just having to be like he ended up in jail over there because he just wound up like buying let me think here, like morphine and shit, because you could just buy it off the street over there. Yeah. He just ended up right back where he started. And spoiler alert, I've known multiple people who have attempted the whole psychedelic spiritual thing, and maybe for a while they get some relief, but I've never known anyone that hasn't ended up back where they were.
Okay.
Or at least just, or even if they didn't end up like strung out on, IV heroin again.
Yeah.
They're still not cool. Like they're fucked up or crazy or just like not. It's not like I never saw. Like I said, of the people that I've known who have gone that route and tried to do that. Now, again, I only know of one guy who tried to go be an ayahuasca shaman.
Right.
As I said, he ended up just straight up street junkie again, just in India. But I also have known people who've tried different ways to like use psychedelics, like the healing properties or whatever,
like microdosing and stuff like that.
Microdosing. I've known people who've like gone and done like peyote shit and trips and just like trying to. And I'll say this. I can't really generalize because a lot of these stories are very different, but I never heard one that made me want to try that.
Okay.
No good results.
Well, see, like I just like the reason I asked is because like I've read a lot of cases where a lot of people who were addicted to opiates that like really couldn't, nothing really would help them. They couldn't like kind of like get away with it, but then they've done ayahuasca and kind of like, because some people say it's like therapy basically if it's done right. It's like you experience all like the negative energy that you've had all of your life in like a quick little span, and it's like the most intense thing you ever had, but you like have an awakening at the same time while experiencing this. So it kind of like takes all your demons that you're dealing with and makes you fight them within like a 30-hour period sort of thing.
Maybe, but again, it's another drug. It's a fucking drug.
It's scary though too, dude. I've watched videos of people.
You're talking ayahuasca?
Yeah, I've watched videos of people going through that.
People flip out on that.
It's scary, dude.
Yeah,
it's scary. Like you have to like.
It's like a nightmare.
Yeah, like that's why you have to have a shaman with you to do it, because like they have to.
You could hurt yourself.
Yeah, like you can literally like dehydrate easily. You can seize up. Like a lot of bad things could happen. You have to always have someone there to do it, but I don't know. It's an interesting thing. I don't know. That's one I would never do that because there's no reason for me to really.
Right. It's not like it's fun.
No, it's not. It's something that if you're actually dealing with shit in your life, you need to go do that. It's
I've read that shit, but like. And again, think about it. Like, what are they considered? Like, so yeah, you read these stories and they say like, okay, this guy couldn't get any relief from his heroin addiction, and then he did this, and now he's fine. But like, for how long? And how long ago was this? Like, does this mean the story's over because he hasn't got shot down for 5 months or whatever? Like, no. You know what I mean? Like, I've known people who've gone like 10 years, who just straight up white knuckle. Like, I'm done with the drug. I'm not going to do it. Again, same thing. I can't generalize because everybody's story is very different. But like, never heard one that made me want to try it.
Okay,
I'll say that. I haven't heard anything that has sounded to me like it had any prospects of any better results than what I have.
Okay,
through like I did like rehab and stuff, but it ain't the rehab. It's like 12-step recovery is the way I've been doing it for all these years. And I'm not like a religious zealot about it. Like, if someone could find something else that works for him, like, great. Fuck, who am I to say it doesn't work for you? Yeah. But just for me, like, that's the only thing I've tried that works. So if someone asks me what should I do, I'm fucked up. Like, pretty much I'm gonna be like, this is what worked for me. You know what I mean? So,
and like, it seems like the new craze too with that shit is like I think people call it the California sober part. Where like,
what's that?
It's like where
you just smoke weed or something.
Yeah, it's basically like you smoke weed, and I think you can participate in like MDMA.
Yeah, that's not a new thing, even though it hasn't. If that might be a new name for it, but
no, that is like the new like term for California sober, basically.
All right, so bring us into our next topic for the show.
Pull it up here.
This is a Florida story too.
Yeah, this is a Florida. It's about a week or two old now. Okay. I think it just dropped not too long ago. But this dude, he's a police officer, and I think everyone knows my feelings about police officers by the time if you've been listening to the show a whole lot. But this is a prime example of what I don't like with police work. This dude, who was a Florida police officer, was caught with his body cam footage. This shows how dumb this dude is right here, and how dumb a lot of police officers are with this stuff when they have body cameras on them. But he got caught planting drugs on a lot of people that he had stopped. Now, footage has come out from a few that they found so far. Like, they've disproven like 10 of his cases so far. But
you mean they've reversed people that he's put away because he planted evidence?
Not everyone that he's done this to got put away, but some have. Like, some people were serving time for stuff that they didn't do. And so now he's been fired. Surprisingly, I'm surprised he's not on 2 weeks paid leave or anything, but he's been fired, and now they have to go through over 100 of his cases to where this same stuff sort of happened. And it's just I gotta watch what I say here, basically. But this is like the prime example of things that piss me off with police. And like I know like people are watching this, whatever, they're gonna say like, oh, not all police officers are bad. Yeah, I get it, but there's enough that are bad, that a lot of them are not sticking up, like, and not kind of what's the word? Like, how am I trying to say this? They're not like saying what these officers are doing is bad. Not enough police officers are coming out against this behavior. And then I understand it's like, you know, like it's a brotherhood mentality when you're in the police force. Like, a lot of these dudes are like your brothers and all this stuff, but at the same time, it's like you're a part of the problem if you're letting this happen. If you know information about an officer doing stuff like this, you're definitely a part of the problem. And you're not, and I don't want to hear that no one else knew what this dude was doing in the police force. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that's hard to believe.
Over 100 times that they just know about.
Someone knows.
Someone knows. Your partner knows that you're dealing with. People that you work every day have to know what's going on. Supervisors,
bosses got to know. I mean,
and that's half the problem with this stuff when you have police officers who don't give a fuck.
Right.
That's where a lot of this stems from. And it's why police officers in this day and age in 2019 have a bad name. That's why police officers got kicked out of Starbucks, a group of 5 of them, because people felt unsafe in that Starbucks with a group of 5 police officers there. Yeah. And it's like, and I've said this before, and it's like a prime example. Like today, I was driving in front of a police officer when he was behind me, and I was nervous the whole time. And I wasn't doing anything wrong. I had nothing on me. I wasn't breaking any laws whatsoever, but I still felt nervous because a police officer is right behind me in my presence.
Right.
It's just, we're at that point, and it's like, and I get, like, you know, people say they don't get paid enough for the job that they're doing. They put their life on the line and stuff and everything, and we should respect them. But at the same time, it's like, I don't just give respect to people because of what they're doing. Like, people who, like, if people do shady shit with these jobs all the time, why should I respect them? Because they're putting their life on the line.
The hero worship stuff.
Yeah, I don't fall for that shit. Yeah. I do not fall for that. Like,
no, that's a trick.
I don't give respect to people who I don't know. Respect is given when respect is given when it's earned. That's what it, like.
Yeah.
So this dude is basically fucked up a lot of people's lives for no reason. That's what a lot of people don't realize. When you get charged with drug stuff, and it wasn't just like him planting weed, like he was planting meth and coke and stuff, especially like in Florida, it was a lot of meth that he was planting,
jamming people up.
Yeah, when you get caught with that sort of stuff, it's not good. It's different than just being caught with like a little bit of weed or something. That anymore you get a ticket with. When you get caught with meth, it's harder, and the people see that, and it affects people's lives down the line too, because when you have to get, like, if you could lose your job, people who have certain jobs, they could lose their job for stuff like that.
Yeah, if you get a drug charge on your record, it eliminates you. Like, a lot of places won't even interview you after that. It's like life ruining.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you're black or non-white. Like, that's like 2 strikes against you. Yeah. And a lot of people
already have a stigma going.
People just have, as a stigma.
Like,
yeah, it's not fair. It's fucked up.
Yeah, and this dude has gotten away with it for how, I mean, thank God, like, he's Like, he's fired, not able to do this to anymore. But I mean, it's went on for so.
So they fired him.
Yeah, he's fired. He's no longer.
Is he being like? Is he going to be charged with crimes for this stuff?
They're still reviewing because I mean they have so much stuff to review. I'm guessing he should be, but I mean like. Fuck,
he
dude,
should be, but are they going to be able to do anything with it?
Exactly. I mean, with everything that's been happening now with police getting away with a lot of this stuff, like the whole Eric Garner thing, the people who killed him aren't facing...
I can't breathe thing.
Yeah, they're not...
Did you see that? Those people with the I
can breathe, where they're literally mocking the life of someone...
toxic. That's disgusting.
Who was literally just selling cigarettes.
Yeah, I don't even know the details of that case. Really,
dude, he was like selling.
They put him in a chokehold or something, right?
And like loose cigarettes to people and shit. And they literally put him in a chokehold and killed him when he's saying to them, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe."
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
although
cool
if you're really choking, you can't talk. But if they had him in like a headlock or a chokehold.
Yeah, and then he ended up dying from that because he couldn't fucking.
Did he die
breathe.
on the spot or did he die later?
I'm pretty sure he died. Or they suffocated.
So they just choked him to death.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it went.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you have assholes that are like we say, the hero mentality. Police can do no wrong. Wearing a T-shirt that says "I can breathe."
There's a lot of moving parts there because the hero worship thing, politicians do that. To gain people together.
Exactly.
So they can say, look, the hero worship thing comes from the outside so that politicians can stick people together and say, so like, okay, Matt for county commissioner running against this asshole, Dark Side Dave. You want to go with this guy, not this guy.
Right.
Do you, and here's how they do it, right? So I'll be like, unlike some people, I have respect for the people who go out and risk their lives to keep us safe. Right, guys? Yeah. This fucking guy doesn't respect the police. That's what they do.
Oh, yeah, you'd win right then and there.
It's a tool.
You win them over right then and there.
Right. Hero worship. It's
toxic.
It's crap. Yeah.
It's completely toxic.
And it has nothing to do with if you, and then there's that like, oh, well, they do risk their lives. Yes, they do. I'm not saying they don't. Yeah. I'm not even speaking about police. I'm speaking about people outside of that. And that's where that crap comes from.
Yeah. No,
yeah, of course. I got I'm not out there risking my life like I'm not, like $30,000 a year. I'm not going to.
I'm not dumb enough to do that.
They should be paid more. Mm-hmm. You should pay, and again, that's like I've made this point
agree with that
before. Though. People who in any job, in any group of people, whether it's police or whether it's all the janitors in the United States or whether it's all the fucking all the school teachers. Mm-hmm. You got good ones. You got most of them are middle of the road ones, pretty much good. Sometimes they're less than not up to snuff, but most of the time. And then you've got this other section of them that are complete shitheads and should be fired. You have that range in every group of people everywhere.
Yeah.
Soldiers, you got good ones, you got middle of the road ones, and you got shitheads.
Yeah.
Politicians, podcasters, you got excellent, amazing podcasters who give themselves to you every week for free. You've got middle of the road ones, Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
He's all right.
I mean, he's the most popular one.
He's all right.
I mean, no, he's legit the most popular one.
Really shitty ones,
Yeah.
And police are the same.
Yeah.
That is a job where they don't get paid nearly enough for what they're doing.
No.
Which means it's like McDonald's and Walmart. Go to Walmart and look around at the employees. Do they look like they give a shit?
No.
No, okay. Why? Why don't they give a shit?
They don't get paid enough for what they do.
They don't pay enough money to bring people in there who are going to give a shit.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same with police.
Right.
They should be paid a lot more. Teachers should be paid a lot more, too, for the same reason.
Yeah. I agree.
Because you invest in that, and it's better for everybody.
Yeah. They should also be... The training and hiring process for that should also be a little different too. Like these people should be getting screened way more,
right? Which requires funds. It requires resources.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
and so that's why the whole hero worship thing is empty and fake. Because and the same thing with the troops. Support the fucking troops.
No,
this guy doesn't support the troops. We support the troops. We're going to give money to the troops, but they don't put it. It's like we worship them as heroes. But we don't put any money into the VA to help them with all their mental disabilities from being traumatized in a war. So it's all talk.
Exactly.
And I think it's the same with the police. Support, the fucking support the police. Police, Blue Lives Matter and stuff. But
I just hearing that term fucking sickens me.
Yeah,
like I hate it
it's
so
a
much.
toxic thing, is what it is, to fight back again. But anyway, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, if they matter, then why don't we put some of our public resources into making sure that they can do what they need to do,
Exactly,
and so that they can screen out these fucking shitheads.
Yeah.
that are in there, you know. And it's like, but that ain't gonna happen.
No.
Nope.
No.
A lot of other things are gonna have to change before that's gonna change.
Like
And people are gonna die for it before it changes.
No,
I
and like
mean,
we
more
said,
people.
it's a big systematic thing. It's the system is fucked up. We're too far along for it to be changed like quickly at all. So it's gonna take, if we wanted to do it, which we need to, it's gonna take a while.
You got to elect somebody who can get elected and get support with that idea on the forefront.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
And that's in certain areas where boomers are like have control. It's gonna be,
Which is most places.
yeah, it's Southwest
You know why they're
Pennsylvania.
called? You know why they're called boomers?
Because they're booming. Business is booming.
Metro booming. Okay, so it was a baby boom, which means there's a fucking lot of them.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
So that's
yeah.
why they have power.
Yeah.
And I think I've brought this up before too, but you know the thing about millennials, aside from liking avocado toast and being lazy and not having jobs and ruining everything, goddamn Harley Davidson's going out of business because we're not buying them. You know what else about millennials? We're also a baby boom. There's a lot of us.
Yeah, there are a lot of
Which means that eventually, whatever we decide is what's going to be, right?
Yeah.
That generation coming up behind us, Gen Z, Fortnite generation,
Yeah.
Roblox, not a baby boom.
Nah.
They're not very numerous.
Nah.
And Gen X is small too. Like
What's Gen X?
Gen X are people who were born from in like 70 to, I think like 70 to 80. They're like the one,
Okay.
like think about like grunge kids in the 90s, like
Okay.
mall rats. That's
I got
Gen
you.
X. Not too many of those.
Yeah.
So it's whatever we want. People our age, and we're a big baby boom. So
And I feel like
think about that.
Yeah.
As you're eating your avocado toast.
and then it's like we think we have an advanced way of thinking as millennials, and like we're ahead of baby boomers.
You mean
and
memes?
Yeah, I'm getting there, but like, we think that the millennials are gonna change the course like once the boomers are out and everything, but it's like you still have millennials that have a boomer mentality.
There are some, yeah.
There's a lot. There's not just some. There's a good bit. Growing up in this area that we live in.
Well, yeah, because we live in a backwards fucking area.
Yeah, a
That's
lot
for
of
sure.
these people are going to be just like boomers are now.
Right.
You're not going to change their mentality.
Drug test the welfare.
Yeah, exactly. Which they don't fucking. Again, it's that is a prime example where you have people, and it's like, okay, do you realize how much that's going to cost taxpayers, and how much more you're going to have to be paying for if every person
It
on welfare
defeats
were
the
to get drug
purpose.
tested?
What? So people who have drug problems deserve to just starve to death?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean,
or
in all honesty,
their kid deserves to starve to death, right? Like, yeah.
Matt,
there's
these are the same people who think that these kids should be trapped in cages in a border.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
they're here illegally.
Because they're brown.
Again, yeah, it goes back
Right.
to that mentality of thinking. Yeah, they are that fucking stupid to where they don't care about people who are going
They're misled.
addiction.
They're misled.
Yeah.
They're average, and most people are average intelligence, which
Right.
is not too bright, but it's not like they do somehow walk around and get to work and stuff. So they're not like
they keep their life in this box right here, right?
Yeah.
And to think outside of that said box is unheard of to them because
Right.
that is the way that they have gone through life and they think it's right.
Yeah.
They
And
want
they have
no other way of thinking.
they have no reason to.
No.
So, or yet anyway.
No, yeah.
But all right, so I'm very excited about this last topic,
Mm-hmm.
the Vatican thing. I was reading a little bit about it, I was trying to get prepared for this. This is a cool fucking story.
Yeah, it's
I
really
can't wait to
cool.
see what happens with this.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
do you want
being-
to lay it out?
Yeah, it's being suppressed right now and all. If you haven't heard of this, that's probably why.
I don't know if it's being. I googled it. It came right up.
Well, no, you Google it. Dude, I didn't see it on the front
I didn't-
pages of Twitter. I didn't
no.
see it on the front pages of any news source. Like, that's what I'm talking about. You can Google anything and find
Right.
some stuff, but it's not well known right now. So apparently there's a missing case, like a cold case file that is still being investigated about a missing person from back in like the early 80s.
girl,
right?
teenager from the Vatican.
Yeah, 1982, I think, is the year
I
that
don't
she
know,
went missing.
but it's
It was-
a cold case.
Yeah, it was sometime in the 80s. So they're still like searching through the Vatican.
She was 15 and her name was Emanuela Orlandi. She's been missing a long time.
Does it have the exact year?
Not on this.
I knew it was the 80s. I'm pretty sure. I just don't forget the exact. Okay, but
Yeah.
So, so they opened this case.
They got an anonymous tip that she was buried in one of these, in the tomb of a princess. Okay. Here, I'll just, because I got I'll read the facts here. On July 11th, the Vatican opened 2 tombs belonging to Princess Sophie von Hohenlohe and Duchess...
Hohenlohe.
That's what it says. And Duchess Charlotte Frederica. So 2 princesses' tombs who both died in the mid-19th century. That's the 1800s, just so you know.
Yeah, right.
The tombs located in the cemetery of the Teutonic College. Do you know what that is? You're Catholic.
That sounds familiar in all honesty, but I don't really know.
Something you should know what it is?
Yeah, probably.
Right. Adjacent to the Vatican city-state. They were found to be completely empty of any human remains. Scientists were puzzled by this. That's puzzling.
Yeah, it's puzzling.
Afterwards, Vatican officials realized the restoration, and I'm just reading this word for word, obviously, out of the Catholic News Agency.
Yeah.
Afterwards, they realized structural work done in the 60s and 70s resulted in remains being moved. This led to the discovery of 2 ossuaries, which is like a place to put bones, I guess.
Right, like a catacomb.
Underneath of the college, the Teutonic College, which held containers of bones. They're common in areas where, like in the Vatican, where underground burial space is limited. So they do these catacombs because there's just not enough space to bury people in the dirt like there is here. So they let them decompose in the dirt, and then they move the bones someplace else after they're decomposed. And then it's like they're literally like renting their grave.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Okay, so members of the girl's family and their lawyer and a forensic expert were present at the opening of the containers. Let's see here. They're thinking it's possible that Emanuela's remains are there. And it says it was described by her brother, who was there, as a large number of diverse bones. And they're unsorted and all piled together. They don't know when these bones were put there. They don't know when they were from.
Right. That's why they're doing like DNA testing on over 1,000 bones right now. And they said if there's any recent time, if any come back from like a more recent time, they are just fucked.
Right.
They're done.
That's a big mystery.
Yeah.
So it's like there's like conspiracies going crazy this right now.
Yeah.
Right. Like
it's
people are like wild. They're saying like
floodgate.
the KGB's got bones put in there and stuff like that, and the FBI and whatever else. But like, dude, think about it, man. Like, it's a known fact. It's been documented that there have been like crazy ass like gay drug sex parties and shit with these cardinals in the Vatican and stuff.
Yeah.
They've been busted for this stuff before.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Like, dude, if they had guys who like to kill kids and stuff in there, it's not that far-fetched.
No.
You already got, like, it's...
I mean, you already have guys in there that like to fuck kids.
I
so
can
it's
almost
not
guarantee you
far-fetched.
that there are, and the Vatican knows about it.
Yeah.
Someplace, right? Like,
easily.
If there are that many goddamn deviants and pedophiles in this group,
dude,
you can't tell me none of them have ever killed a kid.
That church has so much...
skeletons in the closet.
Yeah, like... It's like a legit
under
funeral
skeletons
home, basically.
under the closet.
Yeah. Like, they have so much bad shit that has happened in history in that religion. This is not shocking whatsoever.
No.
They are the shadiest group of individuals.
And powerful and rich.
Very powerful and rich. The things that have been said are in the Vatican are just insane. Like, the amount of artwork that is in there that no one really knows about. Like, all this stuff. Just millions upon millions of dollars in this shit.
Yeah.
And it gets like, and it's the Catholic Church
very
is
intriguing.
fucked up.
Yeah, it is for sure.
They're fucked up.
So
I grew up Catholic. I was confirmed Catholic, but I want nothing to do with that. I'm not practicing. I will never go back to that fucking place. Like, I will never step foot in a Catholic church again. I'm not about that stuff.
So you remember a few months back they released that list of all these pedophile priests here.
That was like a year ago.
A year ago in Pennsylvania, right? Did you know anybody on that list?
I I didn't see the list in all honesty, but I would have heard.
You should.
If I did, I don't think so though.
Now,
Because I went to one church basically my whole life.
Yeah.
And I don't think the people that were involved
weren't on
with
the list.
No, yeah. Okay.
But my wife, she grew up Catholic, and I forget the circumstances, but they knew somebody who was on that list.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Yeah. None of them were like my wife or her siblings. They weren't abused or anything.
No, yeah.
But like they had contact with, I think, I'd have to double check with them, but I'm pretty sure they knew one of those.
That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
That's nuts.
How many people were on that list? It was like 1,000?
Dude, it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was an eye-opening number.
It just goes to show that they are everywhere.
Yeah, it was like as eye-opening as when the whole Boston scandal, when they cracked that open and the list was insane.
Right.
Yeah, it's like it was about like that.
Yep.
But it's like that's the thing, dude, because like anytime a Catholic wants to tell me that I don't have good morals or anything, I'm like, dude,
Has that happened?
I don't really want to say like on here about like certain things like that because they may or may not have involved my family of stuff that don't think I have a decent morality in my life, kind of. But
right, yeah, you're a grass smoking loser.
Yeah, it's not like I'm not getting into that. But like,
just make your point.
But yeah, like it's just like. If you're Catholic and telling me that, I already have higher morals than you because you probably give money to a church
to fund aiding and abetting the hiding of pedophiles and shuffling around.
If you go to a Catholic church and you give in that little basket that they toss around, you were worse than a lot of things that I can think of. Your morals are in the fucking dirt as well because you probably don't want to believe that these people have fucked a bunch of kids, even though it's well known and there's paperwork out there that's proven it. Mm-hmm. And you also don't want to believe that the Catholic
Church
victims.
There's real life people out there who are destroyed by this. I mean, fuck the paperwork. There's actual little kids out there. There's probably kids being abused by Catholic. In fact, there definitely are.
As we probably
right
speak.
now, there's kids being abused by Catholic priests somewhere.
Yeah.
By the parents just blindly trusting because religion, whatever. It makes me feel better because I don't know what happens to me after I die, and it comforts me to have some old fucker tell me that he has the answer.
Yeah.
So here's my kid.
Right.
Yeah. And here you go. I don't know. If you can't tell, I don't like religion.
No, I don't
like it at all. I think it causes dramatically more problems.
It does.
Than
it
helps.
makes people turn on each other. There's wars from this shit.
Yeah. Although I think it's human nature to kill each other.
Yeah.
I think if they didn't have religion, they'd be fighting over something else.
Yeah.
Granted.
Yeah, but still, I mean, religion has caused wars.
Yeah.
And stuff. So I mean,
right.
It is
and
what
it causes
a
lot of people. I don't think it causes it. Just like in the same way that Facebook doesn't make people narcissistic, it's just that they are narcissistic, and that's a way to express it.
Yeah,
religion is a way for people who think they're better than and to like
look
down on people. It's people who already think that gives them a tool to do it. Like, I'm gonna pray for you.
Yeah, no,
does it make you want to slap someone?
Because when I was in high school and shit, and because like I said, I was raised Catholic, but around the time that I was in 8th or 9th grade, I started to question religion itself. And kind of by like the time I was a sophomore in high school, I didn't believe. Like I did not believe in any of that. I still don't believe in a lot of it. But you know, kids that I went to high school with that were supposed to be my friend, they fucking said so much shit to me about that stuff. Like looked down on me because that stuff. Like, oh, well, he doesn't believe in God, so what does he matter? Yeah,
in high school.
Yeah, and I was like
and church friends.
Not church, like not even
kids
church,
from
just
school?
like just my homies and stuff that I would hang out with and shit. Like some of them didn't give a fuck, but some of them were just like, oh yeah, why? Like yeah, he doesn't believe in God and everything, and that just made me go. I was like, you're talking shit on me when you guys believe in a fucking fairy tale book that a big man in the sky controls everything. I was like, you're making fun of me for that?
Right.
You think I sound like an idiot?
This explains a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
This happened to you when you were like 14?
No, like I mean like 15, 16, yeah, because that's when like I really
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the things that happen to us at that age, shape a lot of what we're going to be going forward. There you have it.
And that's why I'm I'll say I'm a dickhead a lot of the times because
you've got some deeply held positions on some things that were forged into place a long time ago. Everyone does, though.
Yeah.
Everyone
does
what
it is.
Yeah. It's like people who are diehard fans of some sports team, and it's like part of their identity.
And I've matured throughout the years with these things because like back in the day, I wouldn't think anything of it to make fun of someone's religion because, that's what they were doing with me. But now it's like, there's no point in it. It's just
some people just never think about it. It's not like they're
right. And it's like, and I have no problem with people's faiths. I have no problem if you believe in a higher power or God or anything. That's none of my business, as it should be none of your business what I do in my life. So
how does it affect me?
Right.
Doesn't. I don't care what you do.
Exactly. That's how it should be with everyone. And I've learned growing up to be like that, to respect people's religion and opinions and stuff. I might talk shit on some of them,
but you're allowed to.
Yeah, I'm allowed to. That's my given right. And the only one that I really will say a lot of negative things about is the Catholic Church. That's one that is on the top that I will not.
It's an
show
easy
any respect
target.
for.
I mean, it's like organizationally sanctioned child rape.
Yeah,
it's pretty hard to fucking defend.
Yeah, and it's the same in another. The thing that gets me with religion is the people who go to church every Sunday thinking that that's going to save them in their life because they go to, but they're still huge pieces of shit.
Hypocrites.
Yeah, they're
nobody likes a
big
hypocrite.
Hypocrites. And I have more respect for people who never go to church but still keep a faith in something because they know themselves that doesn't mean anything. It matters on how you live your life, basically. It doesn't.
And a lot of people think without religion you're going to have no morality and people are just going to do whatever they want all the time. No. I don't.
You have a set of morals.
I'm pretty much as close to straight up atheism as you can be, I think.
Yeah.
Myself. But I still live by good moral standards and try to be a good citizen for selfish reasons and for unselfish reasons.
Yeah.
It's because obviously, we already talked about my history on this episode. I've lived on the other side and been a piece of shit, basically full-time professionally. I like the results that I get by doing good things and being a good person.
Right.
I don't like the results that I get from being a piece of shit because it's just, nothing works.
No.
It just doesn't work out.
If anything, if I believed in anything that were something along the lines of religion, I don't fully believe in karma, but I believe you should do as many good things as you possibly can. Not that good things will come back to you, but
they
should
do, but it's not for any mystical reasons.
No.
It's if you help people out, and you've got a whole bunch of people out there who were helped by you and would want to help you. And at the same time, it's if you make yourself open to positive things, and positive things can happen to you. It's not magic. It's just, you know what I mean? If you walk around just fucking screwing people over and stuff all the time, then that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, don't be surprised when you get fucked over really bad one time. It's what's coming to you.
Right.
But I mean, I don't know, just do good things and don't be an asshole. That's all I could really say.
And with that, the only other thing that we can ask you to do is the 3 R's of success. Rate, review, subscribe. Success.
Ratatouille.
At Darkside Podcast, Instagram, Twitter.
Gmail, darksidePodcast@gmail.com.
Send us an email.
No dick pics.
No one ever does. They DM us on Instagram usually.
Yeah, sometimes.
But no dick pics. And I think that's about it for this week. My name's Matt Elias.
I'm Dave Viana.
Later.